Inmates, how is life behind bars? Not these bars, but these bars. I've been out spending quite a bit of time behind bars myself on the GS and the KTM and the little CRF 250, having loads and loads of fun on green lanes. Really, really great fun. So we're going to look at two products today. We're going to look at the SW-Motech crash bars for the KTM 1290 2021 onwards, and we're going to look at the engine guard also for the same bike. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you'll remember when I got this bike last year in preparation for the bike show that I had ordered the OEM KTM orange crash bars, but they took months. A lot of you will know how long it took for these crash bars to come into stock. And because I needed these crash bars urgently so I could actually mount Denali light pods on them, I put a request out there through Facebook, and thankfully a very kind gent who had them on order 3 or 4 months prior to my order, he said, "Mine are just arriving, Steve, you can borrow mine." So I used his, and then when my set eventually arrived, I then gave him my set. So thank you once again, you know who you are. Meanwhile, I had the SW-Motech engine guards arrive, and I've got some footage here where I started taking off the OEM plastic bash plate, if you like, engine guard, which isn't really an engine guard, it's just a piece of plastic. I already had the OEM orange crash bars on the bike, and then I found out that the SW-Motech engine guard, the bash plate, is not compatible with the KTM OEM crash bars. So just be wary of that. So what you can see here on my bike, I've got the SW-Motech engine guard on here, and I've got the SW-Motech crash bars as well. I can tell you now, with the experience of having the OEM orange, you can get them in black as well, but from experience of actually having them on the bike, I would not be confident enough to feel that if I drop the bike, even just gently lay it down, those bars will definitely bend. They are just cosmetic. Shoot me down if you like, but those engine bars on the KTM are just cosmetic, and they're not going to save your panels, in my opinion. Now, the SW-Motech ones are a much higher quality, and not only that, they're cheaper. So people bang on about how expensive SW-Motech is, but it's a damn sight cheaper. Not just a little bit cheaper, but a lot cheaper. Now, I can't remember what the price of the OEM bars are off the top of my head, but I've got a receipt that I took some video footage of a couple of months ago when mine arrived. So if you look at that on screen, and that will show you how much the original bars were, and then you can compare that against how much the SW-Motech bars are, which I have in stock here. So if you fancy a pair of these beautiful black SW-Motech bars, sorry, they don't come in orange, well, not yet anyway, but if you want a pair of them, pair that up with the bash plate and they fit absolutely perfectly. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, all the instructions come with the kit. So when you get the engine guard, you've got full instructions in there, so it's very easy to understand how it all bolts on. It kind of uses the same mounting positions as the original crash bars, but it adds more stuff to it as well. So it's actually in a much stronger position than the OEM ones are. And you've got extra attachment points underneath as well. But it's all very, very clear on the instructions of how it all goes together. So that's basically it. I just wanted to show you that this is what it looks like on the new bike. They're available here. I have them in stock now. So if you want to have these on your KTM, you know what to do. Just get clicking and we'll get shipping. But whilst we're still on here, because this is quite a short video, have a look. Yesterday I took this out for a quick spin, and I thought I'd get some quick video footage of the bike, because as you can see, I've taken the main spotlights off the crash bars because I don't tend to be riding this at night time at all, but I want to be seen during the day, so I've got some very bright DM lights on there with amber lenses. So if you like this DM kit that I've got on this bike with an easy can, with some amber lenses, I'll put a link down below so you can see exactly how much that costs, and we can get that shipped out to you too if you fancy this on your bike. With this one, if you looked at some of the older videos, they're not just amber lights that are just sitting there. These amber lights, they're an amber DRL light, a daytime running light, but they also indicate when I turn right and left, which is pretty cool. So it definitely helps you being seen. Like I did a shot here, which I'll show you now, of when I was right down the end of my garden looking back at the house, and you've got the floodlight is on in the house as well, if I'm showing you the right clip, and the actual lights from the KTM are brighter than the floodlight, which I thought was pretty cool. Visually, so someone who's right down the road looking back at that floodlight, because the floodlight on the house is obviously intended to shine right down the garden. So if I'm behind the floodlight, I can see what it's lighting up. Whereas these DM lights are more about helping you be seen by others who are on the other end of that light, if that makes sense. And finally, I have no idea how much I'm going to sell this bike for, but it is available. So if anyone is in the market for a relatively new KTM 1290 Super Adventure S with only 280 miles on the clock, that is all I've done on it. I think it's actually less than that. Hasn't even had its first service yet. It's barely gone through a tank of fuel. So this is available with all the gear on there or with all the gear off, whatever. If we can come to an arrangement, that'd be fantastic. So if you're interested in this bike, don't know how much yet, please ping me an email, steve@bikething.com. If you're interested and you're in the UK, we can come to some sort of arrangement where you can take ownership of this bike. Until next time, hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, you know the score. Stay safe behind bars. I'll see you in the next video.